Well, the verdict is in the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery. Was this about protecting a neighborhood with citizens' arrests, or was it a modern day lynching, as Arbery's family attorney says? Well, thanks for joining Profiling Evil for this update on the murder trial outcome in Georgia. At stake is a recently revised citizens' arrest law that's been on the books in Georgia since before the USA was founded. It allowed for colonial citizens to detain someone that they see committing a crime. Well, the questions are rising to the surface. I mean, should an 1863 law designed for a time when there weren't many police officers still stand? One Cornell University law expert said it was actually created to stop fleeing slaves. This is something that state prosecutors say was misused and was a racist move. Now the defense argues that these people were only doing their civic duty. Well, now a jury has found three men guilty of murdering Ahmaud Arbery. The nearly all white jury convicted Travis McMichael of malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and criminal attempt to commit a felony. Travis's father, Gregory, and their neighbor, William Rhodey Bryan, were acquitted of the top charge, but they all now face up to life in prison. Let's listen as that verdict was read in court today.
Madam Foreperson, I understand you have reached a verdict as to each defendant.
We have, Your Honor.
Could you please hand your verdict forms to the sheriff? I'm going to go ahead and address each one of these verdict forms separately. The first verdict form I have is the State of Georgia versus Travis McMichael. Mr. McMichael, please stand. Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. I'm going to ask that whoever just made an outburst be removed from the court, please. As this court has indicated, I ask that there be no outbursts in the court, and I expect as much from the gallery. Please respect the court's desire for count 2, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 3, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 4, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 5, felony murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 6, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 7, aggravated assault. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 8, false imprisonment. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Count 9, criminal attempt to commit a felony. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. Dated this 24th day of November, 2021, signed by the foreperson.
The defense had argued that the men suspected Arbery was a burglar and that the residents in the Satilla Shores subdivision were on edge. Arbery was recorded on a security camera visiting a partially built home in the neighborhood several times. I mean, how many of you haven't done that? The video didn't show Arbery taking anything from the property, and the last video that recorded anything was the afternoon that he was killed. Arbery could be seen visiting the home just minutes before he was chased by Gregory, Travis, and Bryan, who each had separate defense teams. The defense sought to convince the jury that their clients were simply trying to execute a citizen's arrest, which was legal at the time. Travis's attorney said that he had opened fire in self-defense. On the contrary, in her closing argument, lead prosecutor Linda Dunikowski told the jury that the defendants made a series of assumptions and driveway decisions that led to Arbery's death, and the three men had no immediate knowledge that a crime had been committed. She said immediate knowledge of a crime is necessary to claim citizen's arrest, and without the claim, Dunikowski told the jurors during closing the men can't claim they acted in self-defense. She said, quote, "If you determine that this was not a citizen's arrest, this was not legitimate, he had no probable cause. He can't do this based on the law. Then guess what?" she said. "They're not justified in killing him. They are not justified in any of the felonies they committed against him. Come on, folks. Is anyone justified in killing someone for a burglary of a home that's under construction? Well, after the verdict was read, Dunikowski said the verdict today was a verdict based on facts, based on evidence. That was our goal, to bring that to the jury so they could do the right thing. Let's jump back to February 2020 when the three men pursued and then killed Ahmaud Arbery, who was seen again jogging through the neighborhood. In her opening arguments, the prosecutor, Dunikowski, told the jury all three of these defendants did everything they did based on assumption, not on facts, not on evidence. The defense countered with their argument saying the men were just effecting a citizen's arrest and that when Arbery started to resist, they acted out of self-defense. Now, again, that claim came when Arbery was faced with a shotgun-wielding assailant. I mean, this became akin to an out-of-control assault against a young man who was simply jogging through a neighborhood. The defendants based their entire case on the assumption that Arbery resembled a burglary suspect, someone who had committed some break-ins locally. They armed themselves with a pistol and a shotgun, and they pursued Arbery in a pickup truck through the neighborhood. You know, in an era of mobile phones and 911, I'm still troubled by this attempt to take the law into their own hands. Again, for a burglary. The jury deliberated for about 11 hours before reaching its decision, and as that decision was read, Arbery's father celebrated the announcement. Well, it caused the judge to remove him from the court while the rest of the proceedings continued. In the end, Travis McMichael was convicted on all counts. His father, Gregory, was found guilty on all charges except the most serious, malice murder. Brian was also acquitted of malice murder, but he was convicted on 3 of the 4 counts of felony murder, 1 of the 2 counts of aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and a criminal attempt to commit a felony. This should not happen. It is so sad as everyone involved in this thing rolls into the USA Thanksgiving holiday, and this thing is hanging on their minds. Now, there are those who celebrate and those who feel horrible right now. We should all feel horrible that this young man lost his life. We should really feel horrible if the claims of racism are true. The only positive outcome that has come out of this case is hope. Hope that we can self-right this ship when crimes occur. I mean, I find myself hoping that we'll be a little more caring and a whole lot more accepting of those who share this planet with us. If we truly believe that we are all created equal, perhaps this can serve as a reminder that we need to do more. Well, folks, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving and that you reflect on this and make it something that helps you become a better person. If you found this video to be interesting and educational, I hope you'll take a moment and hit the like and the subscribe button and ring that bell so that you get all of our notifications. And we'll see you soon at the next crime scene.